What's up guys, Playable Bricks here, and I'm here with another video, one that I've actually been sitting on for a long time, the build at least. This I did probably about 3 months ago, because I was looking back through some of my old videos. I saw my original Lego gun tutorial video, and I'm like, wow, that is a crappy gun. I mean, that was just the blockiest thing you've ever seen. And so I thought I would go ahead and that's weird. Um, make a shooting gun, a gun that actually shoots, as that's kind of the whole point of a gun. And otherwise, it's not fun if it can't shoot. So, yeah, this is the Lego Gun 2.0. It's honestly, I'm trying to think like what the hardest thing was. I think it would be the handle, to be completely honest with you. It's honestly a little bit loose because it's really hard to get a handle onto here that would like stay still and also be big enough for my hand. So I don't know. That was probably the hardest part. It was really fun though, because I don't do a whole lot of Technic stuff. Like I think it's cool and all. I really not into building that kind of stuff. Mainly because I don't have a lot of Technic pieces. For this one, I had to scrounge around for a little bit, but it's actually really fun. The whole mechanism is, pretty basic, but it does the job. And so, yeah, I'm excited to show you guys how to build this. First off, I'm going to show you how it shoots. So it actually shoots these 1x3 Technic little things. Got 4 of them. I had 5. Don't know what happened. These ones, they work as well. So I think these ones shoot slightly better, but I think it's about the same. So just load it up in the front. No, I don't have a fancy thing that puts it in here and pulls it back. I'd love to do that, but I'm not Kevin183 if you guys know what I'm talking about. So I just pull back the hammer. So now the trigger is taut, and yeah, oh there we go. You can see that one actually went flying. Let me go pick that up. I just realized when I went to go get that bullet, I had completely forgotten to put this back on. I took it off later, but anyway, this is the little place to just stick some of the ammunition, just to hold on to it for now. So yeah, that's just a little thing there I forgot to do. So yeah, that's how it works. Let's go ahead and get right into the build of this. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so the first part we're going to build is this. I'm going to split it up into little sections so it's easier for me to remember how stuff was built and easier for you to build along. So, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 1x9 Technic pin connected to a 1x7 Technic pin, or Technic bar, I should say, with these specific pins, 2 1x3 pins and a 1x2 pin, and that goes on like that, right in the middle, leaving an extra hole on either side. Next, we're gonna get, I'm not sure what this is called exactly, but one of these pieces, stick 2 1x3 Technic pins into the bottom 2 holes, like so. Then we're going to get one of these bar thingy-doohickeys, like that. And then this is a 1x11, I believe, and that's going to go right there. Alright, finally got it. So there is that little section. We're gonna put that aside for now. The next thing we're going to build is gonna be something quite similar. This is a 1x9. Yeah, 1x9. And it's got 2 1x3 Technic pins, just like that. And then, So we're going to get one of these pieces, a 1x3 Technic pin, a 1x2 Technic pin with an axle, and then one of the normal pins. Excuse me, and then another one of these. So we're gonna put this pin into the cross section of that, and then this pin is gonna go into the bottom corner, like so. Like that, and then we're gonna put it the longer side facing upwards, and then we're gonna slide this onto the remaining blue pin, and like that. Then we'll get another 1x9, I think it is, and put it on there. So that section is finished. Next up, we're going to work on the very top of the gun. So we're going to start out with a 1x15 with 2 of these 1x3 pins in those spots. Then, if I can get that piece off, this is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 1x9. Stick a 1x3 pin through the top, and that's going to go on right there with that overlap. Very important. Then we're going to get one of these pieces. I put here, let me pop it out so you can see one of these kind of half pins in there, like so, and then a 1x6 axle, and then a 1x8 axle, and the 1x6 will go on the top, and the 1x8 will go in the bottom. That's gonna go into just the 1x6 is gonna go there, hanging loosely. Then we'll get another 1x15 to go in there. Get that, and keep that handy because that's going to be attached to our next little segment. So we're going to get one of these corner pieces with a 1x3 pin there and a 1x2 pin at the top. Then we get one of these kind of T pieces with a 1x3 pin in the side there, and that's gonna go in, if I can get it to go. Oh my goodness, this is all right. There we go, like that. Then we're gonna get a 1x6 axle. It's gonna slide in like that. It's actually gonna come out a little bit, and then we're gonna get another one of these corner pieces with a 1x2 pin right there, and we're just gonna go ahead and slide that on, and make sure that the axle is lined up with these pins here, as that will make everything so much easier. Correction, the T-piece actually will jut out the other way, so these will overhang, and then the T-piece comes out like that. And also, I forgot to mention, that's going to connect to this, so before you put on that black piece, stick that through there, and go ahead and put on that black Technic piece, so it's all connected like that. Now let's go ahead and get into the trigger. So we're going to start out with one of these corner pieces and put 2 of these little red axles on the bottom 2 corners like that. 1x3, same as the bullets, going on there. Then we're gonna get it's kind of hard to, there we go, another one of these little red axles with one of these Technic things, and that's gonna go in the middle, and that's gonna go there. Then we are gonna get yet another one of these red little axle things, and then two of these pieces. Again, don't know much of the names for most of these pieces, and we're gonna put those two on there in the middle. That is gonna go up at the top, and then we're gonna get a rubber band. It's gonna be a relatively small one. I'll measure it out on a ruler and put it in the description, as I don't know the exact length off the top of my head. But get a ruler about that size, or not a ruler, excuse me, a rubber band. And I find it easier to actually wrap it around before you put it on. So put it on like that, and then get it to cross over. Oh gosh, this is honestly really annoying. So get it to cross over, and then right, you've got it on, have it cross over, and then bring it over and around like that. It should now look something like that, and make sure that doesn't come off. So I just realized we're actually, so once you're at this point, you're actually going to put this right there, if I can get it on there. The rubber band is going to be going this way, and it should look something like this, and that's unfortunate. Let me go ahead, put that back on, and I'll be right with you. Alright, so now that that's on there, we can go ahead and place our corner piece as soon as we get this. Okay, so it should now look like this. So that is connected by that. That is connected by that T piece there. Alright, hopefully yours looks like that, because that's pretty much one of the most important parts. So, there's part number 3 done. So, the handle, we're going to need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1 by 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, a 1 by 9, a 1 by 7 with those 2 pins, then a 1 by 9 with those pins, and another 1 by 11 with those pins. Pretty much, we're just gonna put these like that. Oh, I forgot the pins for this. Doesn't really matter where you put these pins, as long as it's not in the very top one. Do not put one in the top one. Let me just go ahead. Alright. You can stick one in there. So, you should now have something that looks like that. So that's the first part of the handle. Let's go ahead and do the next one. So one of these pieces with 2 of these types of pins going in there. Then we're going to grab one of these pieces, and we're going to put that in right there. 2, 4, alrighty, 1 by 7 with that pin right there, the 5th slot, that's going in there. And then another 1 by 7 with these pins, 2 1 by 2 pins in those spots. And then you can get a third 1 by 7. I couldn't find one, so I just grabbed a 1 by 5 and a 1 by 2. So let's go ahead and put those on there. Oh, right, and the pin. So 1 by 3 pin, the middle of the 1 by 5, and a 1 by 2 pin on the 1 by 2. And that's actually gonna go like that, so the pin will actually go on the other one of these. And also there's going to be a 1x2 pin up there. So yeah, that's going to go into that side. That's going to go like that. And then another one of these pieces with two more of these 1x2 kind of Technic pin thingies goes in there, and that goes like that. So there is that done. We've got one more thing to build individually, and then we're gonna put these pieces together. So I'm gonna get one of these pieces, and then one of these like little pins again. That's gonna go into there. And then this 1x3 pin is going right there. And then this is, I believe, a 1x3-ish. And it can have a stud on the end or not. It doesn't matter. I just, couldn't find another one. And then that is going to go on there like that. Eventually we're going to have to connect this, so we'll take that off. But for now, we'll just have it like that. So let's get started on putting some of these parts together. So, like I said, this is going to be the top of the gun. So that's going to go there. Then you're going to get this one. Not this one. This one with the 1 hole and the 3 hole. You're going to stick that up in there. And then this one is going to go upside down like that. You're going to line those 3 up like so. Then get one of these pieces and put 3 1x2 pins in it, connecting the bottom and the top layer. So that's going to go right there on the end, pretty much sandwiching the middle layer there. Alright, there we go. So it should look like that. It can be a little finicky. And then go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I'm just getting my pins in. So one of these going over here like that. Then you need to line up this right here, and that's actually going to be a part of this whole 1x9 pin that you put in here. But you won't cover up that axle with this 1x9. So the 1x9 will be right next to this, and we'll go over these 3. So that can be a little hard to put on, so I might not show you guys all of it, but I will show you end result. So wait. So I find it easier to just put this end on first, like that, and then put it on there. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other side here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so it should look like this. That's going to be wiggly. Don't worry about that for now. This should not be moving around anymore. Only the trigger should be moving now, as that's connected to that. So we're going to get this piece, this part, I mean, take off one of these ends here. And then this is going to go into the piece that's jutting out here, like that. But make sure to, before you do that, I just realized we have to actually, so there's going to be a hole under there. That's where this black piece is going to go into. That's what the trigger is going to pull, and then you're going to grab your rubber band. You're going to take it, put it on there. But, yeah. So you'll put it on there, and then, so once it's on there, it's going to be pretty loose, should be. And then you'll just turn it around enough times until it's tight. not super tight, obviously, but tight. So I'll put it on, turn it around, and shove it back on there. Alright, I'm gonna have to, there we go. For me, I only did it once, and that's fine. It doesn't need to be super tight. It just needs to have a decent amount of tension. Slide that all the way to the top there. Then, we're gonna put these in. So, wait, almost forgot this. So, they're gonna go into the bottom two here. You're not gonna go up there, because that's where the rubber band is. So, let's go ahead and stick that there like that, and then I'll just do that. There we go. So that's how it should look. That's a little finger guard, I guess you could say. Now we need to get the handle on. So let's see. So it'll actually be easier if we take this pin off that we put on here, and that's gonna go right into there, like that. Because, yeah. Alright, so we'll do this one first. So you get this. We'll take one side off. This is going to go onto the 1x8 one down here. And we'll get the other one here. And get that. Wait. I connected it on the wrong end. I think I did. I have no idea, honestly. Okay, I was right. So, yep, going on there, going on there. Click that back on if I can, because it's being really annoying. There we go. Alright, so that's just hanging there loosely. And we're going to get this part of the handle. Take that end off. And here, actually, let me go ahead and take off the other end so you can see better. So we're going to put it on this pin right there in the middle. It's going to go in the middle slot there. So it shouldn't be moving around too much, but it will move around a decent amount. And we'll put the other side back on. Now we're going to connect these two parts of the handle with these back pieces right here. And hopefully you didn't put pins where these need to go, because they can only go in one specific spot on here. And that is the third row from the bottom, the third hole from the bottom. So now this overall will move quite a bit. We'll change that to reduce it. It'll still be a little bit wiggly at the end, but trust me, it'll be a lot better than this, because, you know, you can never hold it like this. So let's go ahead and build the little ammo holder. It's pretty simple. One of these 2x3 shelf things where you can put like a door on it or some drawers or whatever. So just one of these, or just build the equivalent of this. At least it has to have a 2x3 plate on the bottom, because that's going to attach to that stud. So put a 1x3 tile there, and 3 of these, I don't know what they're called, just 1x2 kind of sloped pieces, just like that. And that's going to go, like I said, the middle of that is going to go onto that little thing, stud, like that. Don't move this up too much or it will break that off. So it's a little fragile at first. It'll get better though towards the end. So now that that's on, we're gonna, let's see, we need to get a 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. I know how to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 1x9, and then one of these pieces. Now, at this point, I just wanted it to look more like a gun, kind of rounded off. It looked kind of square and blocky. This piece itself is not necessary. It just looks cooler like this. But doing stuff like this, getting 1x2s with a stud or not a stud, a pin, and putting them in here and spreading it out does the same exact thing. Pretty much this is just so, like I said, this doesn't, wiggle around so much, and it just keeps it in line and pretty much makes it so you don't have misfires. I mean, like, you don't have the bullet going off wherever or it jams or anything. This pretty much keeps it from jamming. I just use this piece because it looks cooler, but you can totally use just a bunch of these like spread out across the top row. But yeah, so if you want it to look a little better, I recommend using these pieces. Put some pins in there. And so this is going to, don't put it on yet, this is going to go on right there. But before we do that, we need to get this 1x9. We're just going to lay it on top of there, and then we'll put this piece on right there. And so that's in there. Now this actually does slide out, so we're going to put, like I said, one of these 1x2s with a pin right there, preventing that from falling out. But the 1x9 thing in there will actually keep this straight and won't go anywhere because it's pressed up against the hammer piece and this black slope piece here. So that won't go anywhere, meaning this won't go anywhere. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Like that, if I can get it in. Alright, there we go. Alright, then we'll get another of these 1x2s with a pin, putting it right there. Then get two of these half stud little Technic pins. Stick it down here, not up there. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, and then we'll go over here, this one, and put that in there. And I just broke that. Somehow I ended up with an extra pin. Don't know how, don't know why, but it should work without that, because that was probably just for extra stability. So yeah, the build is not complete. Let's get some bullets and shoot it again to show you that it does work. And I'll shoot it with one of these bullets this time. Just a little thing. I don't load it in like this, I load it in like that. That way, when it shoots out, it'll be more aerodynamic. Oh, frick, I nearly forgot. You're going to want a rubber band, or it's not going to shoot anywhere. So, I got one of these nice, strong, thick rubber bands. Now, for this one, you do want it to be relatively strong. This one isn't, like, super strong, but since it's thick, once we band it around, it's got a pretty good amount of tension. Also, I had to band it around because that's way too long. So, again, I'm going to measure this, put it in the description below so you know exactly how long. It's nearly as long as the gun itself, actually. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Band it however you need to. It needs to be good, tight, pretty strong. Now, they're going to hook around these here. And something that I actually found out, so normally I'd hook the two ends onto there. But after shooting it for a while, I realized, and my bullets kept going, they weren't going straight, and I realized that actually, like, gets into the hole a little bit, like, it gets in the way, the rubber band. So just pick up a side, and just move it over, like that, and it should be good. That won't affect how the hammer moves or anything, but it will keep the rubber band out of the way of the bullet, so it can shoot straighter. So, let's get our bullet loaded in there. Wait, no, I need to load it like that. We'll cock it back. Oh yeah, and just for show, we'll stick those in there so you can see how that looks. And let's go ahead and shoot it. Yep, that thing went flying, still works. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm probably not going to do many more Technic builds in the future. I like Technic, I'm just not a huge fan of Technic MOCs, because I like the look of normal Lego pieces. But if you did enjoy this, let me know, leave a like. I want to see how this does. I've never done any like Lego Technic on my channel before. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.